your girl is back. Your girl is back. And it has been a minute. It has been a minute. Now, did I do this right, honey? It has been so long, I done forgot how to do this. Lord Jesus. Uh-oh. All right, YouTube. Well, hey, it's your girl Nyan today, and I am back. I am back with another live video, honey. If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn those post notifications on. At this point, I don't even want to say turn the post notification on because, honey, ain't no telling when I'm a post. But your girl is back. If you are listening to my voice, hello, Miss Ebony, hello. But yes, if you are listening to my voice and you are in the building, say hello, and thank everybody for tuning in. I know I have not been live in a while, so y'all probably don't forgot that I haven't even existed on these YouTube streets. It's been a minute. I think the last time I forgot what I even talked about the last time I came on here. It says, "Where have you been, lady girl?" I have just been living, honey. I have been living. I moved, honey. I had surgery, moved, all type of stuff. So I am just honey, hey, I'm a whole vibe. Hey. Yeah, so I have just been living, child. All type of stuff, honey, all type of stuff. But I have been blessed and highly favored. I will say that I took just a long break, not for any particular reason. It's just, when you focusing on elevating in life and just doing stuff, YouTube, especially if it's the same redundant conversations over and over again, it's kind of like, I don't really got time to indulge. So I have really just, been here and there in the bushes watching certain stuff, but I just haven't really been tuned in. So I really had tapped out of the conversation. And I was like, I may try to revamp and come back with something different, but I know people really want to hear the commentary. So I just have been focusing on just, living. Okay. Miss Evans says it's been life, and yeah, sometimes life been life, but I will say, like, for this last like year or two of my life has really been just rewarding. Like, I finally am seeing like some of the hard work that I have been putting in over like the years of just like self discovery and just re relearning who I am as a woman. Like, I can say that I'm finally seeing like all of that hard work that I did. Like, I made a huge sacrifice 3 years ago, and or maybe it's been 4 years now. Ended a relationship 4 years ago and really just jumped out here and just started doing this life thing on my own again. It's just like it has been so rewarding, and it's been good. So that's where I've been. Hey, mother of three. Hey. Hey, alive and prosperous. Hey, girl. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. So I ain't gonna be on here long, but I had to come put my 2 cents in, honey. I had to come put my 1 2 in. Yes, truly blessed, truly blessed. I mean, of course, it's life, right? We live in America. Everything high as hell, everything going up. Like I said, I just moved, y'all. So if y'all hear echo, honey, I haven't got my dressers and stuff set up and all that. This is the thing about ordering off Wayfair. You have to put all that shit together. Like, oh my God. So I'm still getting stuff set up. So if y'all hear echo, excuse me, honey. Okay, I'm still getting stuff settled in, but I have been blessed and I'm truly grateful. But let's get to the juicy stuff, y'all, because y'all know why I came here today. Because, baby, when I tell you it's gotten juicy over this last couple of days. Like I said, I don't be all the way tuned into the conversation like that. But the things that I do see, that spark, like, wait a minute. Of course I want to come speak on it. And I want to offer a few disclaimers before we get started today, because I don't want things to ever get misconstrued, right? First things first, if y'all don't know what we talking about today, of course, Roz is into it with her children, right? She's into it with her children, and they are pretty much exposing her for, being a narcissist, being, emotionally abusive, all of that, right? And it pretty much blew up. Tea was spilled. We're gonna get into some of the tea that was spilled and talk about it and give our thoughts and perspective. But let me just say this at first, okay? Let me just say this, okay? Let me sit on my sofa because prop up, honey, get comfortable for the conversation. Let me just start by giving this disclaimer because, of course, I have been tuned in. I've been watching everybody go live. Of course, I watched her children go live and spill the tea. And her daughter came out today and she was pretty much just insinuating, like, oh, well, people can't wait to laugh at my pain. And, people are, dwelling in this moment. They're waiting to see me fall. Listen, let me go ahead and offer this disclaimer. I don't give that much of a fuck. Let's let's just start there. While this situation is like jaw dropping, and it's like damn, all this was really going on. I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit around and rejoice because someone is going through some turmoil or some trauma with their family. Like, I'm not that type of person. So let's just start there. Um, for me, I feel like, the perspective of my conversation is just that, hey, we all sat on this platform years ago and we all came together to support Treese because she was getting torn down. And some of these characteristics and character flaws that are being brought up, we were just simply trying to say this. And not all of us came in a malicious way, right? Some of us actually came with good perspectives and good opinions, and we were torn down and we were just, we were just disrespected for just having pointing out the same character flaws. So now that we're in this full circle moment, we found out that, you've been attacking this lady this entire time and you do the same shit that you attack her for. You know what I'm saying? So that is the perspective of my conversation. When it comes to rejoicing or jumping up and down or being happy this going on, I'm not that invested. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad situation to hear, the traumatic things that they say they went through, especially the story about the stepdaddy or whatever. That was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would never wish that on anybody, but at the same time, like, I'm not sitting around waiting on anybody to go through nothing. Like, I don't know any of these people on YouTube. We all just came together because we were all joining on a similar conversation. I never got that invested, okay? So if to think that I'm just sitting around and, oh yes, this is happening, oh my God, like, no, it's just ironic that it's happening. It's conversation worthy because it once again, the contradictions and the hypocrisy has been exposed. But I'm never giving sitting around happy about nobody's downfall. Like, that's never the angle that I come from. So let's just go ahead and get that straight first and foremost, okay? I'm a whole vibe says exactly the irony of all. Exactly. Hey, Brandy Wine. Hey, Von 75. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, OC girl. Hey, it's been a minute. But yeah, Shonda Stout says, now we're not sitting around waiting, but when it happens, we're here for it. Exactly, Shonda. Like, I'm not sitting around waiting on it, but we're not going to be fake here. We're not going to act like the information and the tea that you spilled on your mama, you know what I'm saying? You and your sister, we're not going to act like that's something that is not like, oh, okay, really? Wow. It's not, we're not going to act like it's not conversation worthy. So let's just be clear, exactly like Shonda said. Nobody's sitting around here rejoicing and happy this happened. I'm not, and I'm not even here to, yes, it has been a minute, OC girl. But yeah, I'm not even here to go into divulging and, going to a whole Dr. Phil moment of unpacking this trauma that, this lady and her children going through. Because honestly, it's not my damn business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they put it out here. We're going to talk about some of the tea that was spilled now. Let's not get this shit twisted. Oh, we're definitely going to talk about some of the tea that was spilled, but as far as just like sitting back and, oh my God, jumping up and like, no, it's never given that, ma'am. It's never given that. Exactly. It's really actually pretty fucking sad. Okay. This should implode the whole sector. Latrice has been vindicated. Exactly. Rosalind shit, period. Exactly. Alive and Prosperous pretty much summed it up. This has nothing to do with rejoicing in nobody's downfall. This has nothing to do with happy with seeing people go against their mom. Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we all got a sad story that we can tell. I'm pretty sure that we all have seen some things growing up that we probably wouldn't want to repeat in our parenting or whatever. Like, everybody, especially if you were raised with younger parents who had you at a younger age, everybody probably can tell a story or two about some things they experienced as a child. So at the end of the day, like, this is not to sit around here and, unpack all of this, because at the end of the day, this is something that, that family's going to have to heal from. But of course, the conversation is going to be had because this all started because this woman dedicated her entire platform to tearing down Latrice. And then it comes to find out that you have been doing some questionable things as well. And at the end of the day, we're human, right? People make mistakes. So the same way we didn't judge Treese for things that she, it revealed that she may have struggled with as a parent. I'm not sitting here passing judgment or any of that nature, but at the same time, the tea was spilled and we're going to talk about it. So let's just go ahead and clear that up. Exactly, Shonda, girl. They gave us a whole bucket. Like, y'all came out here and y'all put all this shit out about y'all mama, and people gonna talk about it. But let's not try to take it deep into somebody celebrating and all that, because to me, the shit is I don't You all are not my family. You're not my friends. You're not anybody that I know in real life. So I don't know you enough to be sitting around and happy about shit. At the end of the day, that's something y'all got to deal with. And good luck to you. Of course, put God first. The family be repaired. That's all I got on that note. But we're gonna talk about the tea that was spilled. Second disclaimer before we get into the tea, baby, because there was definitely tea spilled. Second disclaimer, because I think that she was talking, because of course she went live yesterday. Was very, her sister went live, she went live, all of that. So it went, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, OC girl. We're not here to judge, but it's definitely worth a conversation. Exactly. So let's go ahead and clear it up before the narrative start to get spent. Baby, we're not here to pass no judgments and unpack no trauma. That's y'all family. Y'all gonna figure it out. Y'all gonna be all right. But baby, it's definitely worthy of a conversation because of the contradicting things that that have now been revealed have been done. Second thing, because like I said, different people have been coming out, different people have been talking about it, and some of these people that have been talking about it have been personally attacked and insulted and lied on. One of the people being myself included, by a family who it's been revealed that y'all got all this chaotic shit, all this dysfunctional shit going on, which is cool. Every family got their dysfunction, but if we find out that, hey, wait a damn minute. She said this about me and this was going on the whole time, or she said this or she did this and this was going on, that people are going to talk about it. But she also came out and she was like, people are mad they lost an argument. I think she was, because of course Toya went live earlier today and she gave her perspective on the situation, and she was just saying like, people can't get over they lost the argument. Baby, listen, nobody don't live for this internet shit. That's the problem. That's the first problem. Okay, the fact that that's even your thought process, thinking that somebody's mad because of an argument and if there was a loss or a win in the argument. If you call putting people's children's pictures on your page and trying to slick talk about them and putting people's mama's pictures on your page and then just straight up fucking lying on people like you did to me, if you call that winning argument, baby, go at it. Go have at it, okay? have at it, okay? Like, I promise you, I'm not sitting around here with steam blowing out my ears about an argument that happened years ago. At the end of the day, this conversation keeps coming back up. And of course, we all have our petty moments. We're like, wait a minute, but I thought you said, you know what I'm saying? We all have those moments because all of this contradicting shit continues to be exposed. But let's not get this shit twisted for 1 second. Nobody ain't sitting around on this internet 24/7 worried about a bitch. Okay? Like, we out here living, we out here trying to get this money, we out here taking care of these kids, like we out here doing a good thing. My child turned 10 tomorrow. We going on a cruise, baby. She finna open her iPad tonight. My life is great. Like, I'm just moved. Like, I'm straight. Like, nobody's sitting around mad about an argument that happened. We're speaking on it because, of course, once again, it's worthy of a conversation. But nobody ain't pressed about no motherfucking argument. If you tell a lie and say that I'm a broke down, busted person who can't afford to feed my child, that's why I'm doing commentary, and then it come out that you also have some financial struggles, I'm, I'm gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody's gonna have a petty moment where they're like, if somebody sit up here and literally lie on you and literally tell the whole and try to basically make up shit about your character because they did not agree with your commentary, which was very respectful, by the way, and they start just making up shit and pulling shit out their ass to say about you, and then it comes and then the hypocritical shit gets exposed. Yeah, you're gonna have petty moments where you was like, well, wait a minute. But we ain't, I don't live for the internet, so I'm not never sitting around trying to figure out, listen, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, okay, like, but yeah, so I just want to get out of the way. Like, this ain't that. This is not that. This ain't me trying to spark up nothing. This is just me simply having a conversation because y'all came on here and y'all spilled the fucking tea and people gonna talk about it. That's that, boo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, period. And it kind of it's a full circle moment to this is all we were trying to say all along. These are the character flaws that we were trying to point out all along. But let's get back to the conversation at hand. So y'all know I like to give the background. So background is apparently Ross and Day Day got into it, right? Ross and Day Day got into it, and Day Day posted like a message on her community post just showing love to her granddad. I guess she got into it with her mama, went to her granddad's house, showed her granddad some love, on her community post. Mama got mad and went the fuck off, right? Which is not unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if, somebody ain't been there for your kids and then all of a sudden they come around when y'all into it and your child showing them love, I guess, to be petty towards you, boom. You know what I'm saying? She spoke on it. And of course, she went live and she kind of let us in on the fact that they've been having some problems in the family. And in that, she mentioned her other daughter and she mentioned just some things she didn't agree with what her children were doing. She didn't really like go in on them at first, but she just kind of brought it to the platform's attention that they were having some family issues. And baby, from there, all hell broke loose, child. All hell broke loose. Day Day, hey, CC's life. But yeah, Day Day went live. She revealed that her mom, is, mentally and emotionally abusive. She pretty much, was just basically saying how, she's fed up. She feels like her mother is, putting social media before them. And the oldest daughter went live as well, and she pretty much, talked about some trauma and that she had to experience. And so they pretty much were just basically confirming that their mom is got some issues, which I don't think any of us were surprised by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we were sitting around thinking that this woman was perfect. I mean, I think that anyone with the brain could see that there was obviously something off there, right? You know what I'm saying? That's all we were trying to say years ago. That's all we were trying to say years ago, was that, hey, ma'am, you got a lot going on internally in your family. You have a lot going on. You literally just, lost your son, and you're coming on here and you're still attacking a content creator. And you started off your platform before that attacking this content creator and her children, and trying to tear her down in any way that you can, inviting people to your platform to degrade her business, calling CPS. You're doing all type of shit to tear somebody down. Are you okay mentally? Are you okay? And pretty much, because of whatever, mistreatment been going on over there or whatever has happened, you know, shit hit the fan. Vaughn says, I honestly do not feel sorry for either one of them. Look at the pain and hurt they caused T, and had her on here crying all through the movie. Exactly. And that's pretty much what I said. Like, even though it's an unfortunate situation, and of course you don't wish childhood trauma on anybody, at the same time, I don't really give a damn. And that's just being honest. Like, I don't, not saying like, fuck what they went through, but it's kind of like, I'm not gonna sit up here and just pretend like I'm just completely like, oh my God. Like, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I don't think that is gonna make me kind of forget about the evil shit that has transpired from this family. Like, when someone has literally sat down and just made up blatant lies on you, has tried to dig up your personal information and expose, try to post a loan you got and all this bullshit and try to make up a whole narrative, and you have a receipt that can shut down every fucking lie they ever told, and they never tried to clear up the lie. Like, it's kind of hard to, and I don't think they want, I think that they just got into a heated argument with their mama and it just boiled over. So I don't think they're looking for empathy, but I personally just don't really feel, I just feel like it's an unfortunate situation, but I don't really, it stops there for me. You know what I'm saying? Because when someone has disrespected me, lied on me, and you know what I'm saying, and just and now all this shit has been exposed, it's like, well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's go down a list of some of the shit that got exposed. Okay, let's talk about this. So basically, from Day Day's perspective, her mom basically, allowed, she pretty much put men over. Well, from Nana's perspective, when she talked about her trauma and stuff like that, she pretty much was just saying like her mom allowed, Day Day's dad to be abusive in front of them. She said that the dad chased them, with a gun and, all this crazy stuff, right? He was abusive. She took him back. It was a lot. I think the lives are still up. So, you all can go divulge. But pretty much, and it was ironic because when Roz first came out here, her whole purpose, what really got her riled up when her commentary first changed, it was because she was pissed off with Latrice for dealing with Coco, right? That was the whole big thing. That's where it took a turn for the worst. When Latrice allowed Coco to come into her home, Ross was just like, oh my God, I would never. Like, she was thoroughly pissed off. And that's when her attack started. And come to find out, you had an abusive, mentally ill person around you as well. And then your daughter is saying you had another man who went out there right in the head and was on drugs and shit. So it's just like, you know, it's kind of like, how, Sway? Yes, you look, this is a mess. It is. Look, I don't forgot to turn on my damn monetization. This, because I'm like, I'm just, it's just like, so what was your purpose? If you knew that you had endured all these things in your younger years, right? If you knew that, you too maybe had loved the wrong person, invited the wrong man into your home, trusted the wrong man, then I'm just thoroughly confused. Like, I'm over here scratching my head, like, so what prompted you to come out here and attack and drag this lady the way that you did when you know that you have done something probably worse? At least she went ahead and got Coco on up out of there and didn't have no children with him. You know what I'm saying? But you let this happen. And which come like once again, nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. So her making that mistake, we all have been, in relationships that probably didn't serve us or our children. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. It's not even about you doing that. It's about the fact that, hey, Dr. Reese D, hey. But yeah, it's not even about, the decision that you made. Because like I said, I'm not here to unpack your parenting decisions. Nobody's perfect. But it's the fact that then you would feel comfortable enough to come out here and attack someone else, and you know that you have dealt with similar things. Then, it, the list goes on and on. Day Day pretty much she said that, and then what stood out to me was she said this all started because I guess she had an asthma attack. She wasn't feeling good. And I'm like, okay, so your child got asthma and you be smoking. Okay, that's weird. Okay, cool. You're smoking around a child that has asthma. Okay, so that but you're this perfect parent who never makes mistakes. But you have an asthmatic child and you're a smoker. Okay, but your child had an asthma attack. She decided to go somewhere else. All hell break loose. Because she didn't feel like doing something for you, and you're cussing her out, calling her all type of names, this, that, and the third. You drag your other child into it, and it just becomes a hot ass mess. It just becomes a hot ass mess. The other daughter talked about how she made her when she went off to law school and had a celebration. She made her pay for an Airbnb for people to come and host, and she, called the police on Daddy all the time. She called the police on her growing up. It just was a lot of shit. Okay, you guys. It was so much shit that I thought that before I got on this live, like I could, go through this one by one, but it was so much that it's kind of like it's even exhausting talking about it. To think about just how chaotic this sounds. And like I said, it's not a situation to sit back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Because I mean, dysfunction is dysfunction. People do dysfunctional shit. But I think that we're all just shocked and appalled because the same hole that you set up here. Hey, Tilo. Hey. The same hole that you set up here and you dug for someone else, you have fallen straight into it. And that's really the moral story. Like I was going to run down these lists of allegations and the tea that her children spilled. But I mean, honey, y'all heard it. We all heard it. Okay. We all heard it. Her daughter pretty much got on here and she said that, the mama is ashamed of the medical equipment. That's why she don't want to have the link ups with the Raw squad and the Airbnbs and stuff, because she don't want them to see, her medical equipment. She got on here and pretty much spilled the tea on what was going on with her mama medically and why the kidneys are messed up and all that. It's so much. Hey, the real Fifi, she said, where you been, girl? I have just, child, I have just been over here just living, child. I had kind of tapped out of the conversation because I was like, it was getting kind of redundant, so I didn't want to do overkill, but you know, I don't stuck my pinky toe back in. Yes, OC girl, shock is an understatement, okay? Oh, thank you, T-Lo, thank you. The real Fifi says, now you seen all the tea going down, everybody been new. Exactly, like, yes, and like, it's kind of like, the more of the story is, because it's like, It's so much tea that they spilled. It's just mind blowing that this woman even had the audacity to go as hard as she did. And that's pretty much what it all boils down to. Like, it was like a whole, like, just, you see how speechless I am right now? It just was like, I know that there are some people in this world who are very angry and they project their anger and what they're going through out on other people, right? I know there are people in this world who do that. But I have never really witnessed that like in real life. Like I have never really witnessed that like firsthand. But being a part of this conversation and being a part of this sector, this is like real deal like misery loves company. Like someone literally set up here and pretty much projected their whole life onto someone else and tried to tear them down when what they were accusing this person of being is really who they are inside. And it's crazy. It is crazy. And so they pretty much confirm everything Dwayne, Rita, and DJ put out. It pretty much busted about it. It pretty much did. And so it was obvious they all didn't like each other, especially the way Fluffy could have stopped bullying Teresa and her kids. Yes. Yes, Risa D. It's just about the hypocrisy of it all. I mean, like I said, and Tree said something. It says the way she rolled the tree, she had some damn nerve. Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I said, this is not about tearing nobody down, laughing at their pain, none of that. This is about you literally had the audacity to sit up here and I mean, you didn't just give your opinion and just say, hey, well, here's how I feel. I watched this content creator. Here's how I feel about this. Here's how I feel about this. You didn't just do that. I'm talking about you was ready to launch a whole investigation. You was ready to have this woman kids snatched up out your house. You snatched up out of her house. You were ready to have this woman put behind bars. You were ready to do whatever you had to do to take this woman down. And you know in your heart that, hey, you know what? I've made some mistakes as a parent. I've been in some, unfortunate situations as a parent. She'll get through this because I did. I'm still going through things with my kids. I'm still going through dysfunctional situations. You know what I'm saying? Like you judged her for bringing her situation recording to the internet because how this all started with, her attacking, trying to attack Teresa and her children was she would also always criticize Teresa for having her kids on the camera and, maybe talking about things that, she's going through with her children or just talking about issues that her and Courtney may have had. You chastise her and crucify her so much just to turn around and do the exact same shit. This is exactly how Teresa and Courtney end up getting into it and all that shit end up happening, right? Because they got into it. Treese has her platform. She's opening up to her platform, telling them some things that she's going through. Just having her platform as an outlet, she's built a family, a community. She's letting them in on some things, and you crucified this woman and made her seem like she was just a terrible mother for doing that. And then you turn around, you're doing the same shit. Like how? How? I know you've seen how Fluffy tried to make Treese crab boil sauce, but hate Treese so much. And said she's called that woman to move her children. Exactly. Like that is the part that has blowed me. Like it's not even about like this whole trauma situation with her children. Like it's about the fact that you actually had the audacity to literally ride this woman so bad that you literally made real life negative impacts. Your platform literally impacted this woman's entire livelihood. She had to move her children. She had to make real life changes. She had to close her business down. What you did to this woman, you literally tried to ruin everything that she worked hard to build when behind the scenes you're going through just as much shit as she may be going through publicly. And that's the part that people can't respect about it. You know what I'm saying? It says this behavior hasn't just begun. I'll never forget when she came for your family out here on the YouTube streets. Hindsight in 2020 now seems like the moment. Okay, and that's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying. That's my only purpose of being here today. And the only reason why when little stuff gets exposed about this family, I may come out and make me a little petty statement or I may speak on. That is the only reason why. Because all I did was come on this platform and I gave a respectful opinion. I said, hey, Ross, okay? we understand that your son just died, and we understand that you and Treese have got into it, and you all have had words, and Treese said this is your karma, right? No one's saying any of that is right. But what we were saying is, hey, the focus right now should be your family. The focus right now should not be trying to make people further attack Treese or hate her because she does not feel any compassion for you. Because at the end of the day, you have done a lot of things to ruin this woman. You have done some hateful things to this woman. So how can you expect this woman to have any type of sympathy or empathy for you, because you and her are at extreme odds right now? That's all I tried to say, and that was a valid opinion. I stand on that. That wasn't saying that that gave Teresa any right to wish anything on her. That didn't say that. And what it's saying is, it's not about right and wrong. It's about, listen, woman, you have a very serious situation going on right now. You have just lost a child. So at the end of the day, now it's not the time to come on here and then trying to further instigate the argument with Latrice and then expect for her to have some type of, couth or some type of restraint on going in on you when you have literally done things that are literally ruining this woman's livelihood. That's all I said. I've never have posted no babies on my platform. I never have made fun of the situation that happened with her son. I never went and dug up nobody's pictures. None of that. I never ever did any of that. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was responded with, it would have been different if you would say, hey, I don't respect your opinion. This is why I feel like you're wrong. Cool. I could have took that. But then it just started lying and then go get pictures of my mama and then start trying to go in and then lying on top of you trying to go in. Like, it's okay if you go in. Everybody has the right to feel how they feel. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like someone is attacking you and you're in a vulnerable setting in your life, cool. You know what I'm saying? But for you to just attack people's family and then now that the shit has hit the fan that, oh, this family, y'all got some shit going on, everybody supposed to just be quiet and be like, no, you guys just leave it alone, because no, it's gonna be a piece of the conversation. And this is not anyone celebrating or jumping up and down about it. It's about, goddamn, now you all had some nerve. Simple as plain. It says, mind you, the Lori daughter talked about how her mother put men before them, but had so much to say about Trees. Exactly. Reese D says she is actually worse. Okay. It says Fluffy shouldn't have brought their business to the internet first, though, because she should have known them girls were gonna come back to defend themselves. Her fault. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the difference between her and Treese is, at the end of the day, I've always seen Treese take accountability. I've always seen her take accountability and try to do things differently. Even when it comes down to a relationship with her son. Her and Courtney, they were in a terrible place and they revived that. And she still was able to put whatever differences they had to the side. And she was still able to be there as a parent for her child and learn how to keep the internet out of it. And I think that was a beautiful thing. She didn't rekindle with Courtney and then try to start forcing him down our throats or start trying to, put them all on her page and do it. No, she mended the relationship with her son and she's working on it off camera, minding her business, doing what she got to do as a real parent. Even with all the allegation with her children, all this type of stuff, all the nasty, mean things that were said about them, she still made sure that she's still showing us her journey to making sure that she's raising her children and showing us ways that she is working on making sure that they're doing good in school. They're not, all this. She's basically doing the work. Whatever areas maybe has some opportunities, all in all, she's doing the work. And she's doing the work and she's minding her business while doing it. And she's not trying to prioritize proving a point on the internet while doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I can respect about her. I don't know none of these people, right? We never lived in a household with any of these people. But one thing about her is, once that behavior, people were talking about and once it became a buzz, she didn't just sit back and, try to go back and forth and and continue. Like, no, we have truly seen her do the work for her children. And that's one thing that you can't take away from her. Regardless of what mistakes she may have made, whatever, she's done the work. So I can respect someone who's able to do the work and make the necessary changes to make sure that their children are better, to make sure they mend the relationship with their children. But y'all around here talking about y'all gonna fall out and never talk to y'all mama again. And it's kind of like, regardless of whatever is going on, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I would be hurt too, by my mom if she was acting away. You know what I'm saying? So of course I feel where they're coming from. But if my mom has a medical condition going on right now and it's a lot going on, I'm not gonna sit up here and give the internet the satisfaction of I'm going no contact. I'm done with her. And she's saying, oh, they can't ever come back here. Like, y'all don't owe the internet that bullshit. Get off the internet and heal together. Okay? It's like y'all are still living for the internet, even in this moment of, healing and trauma that y'all got going on. Y'all still are, on the internet and trying to basically please y'all case to people who don't give a fuck, who don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, swag found. Hey, hey, hey. It says, right, I respect trees too for stop responding back to Fluffy. Now look at what's going on. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and that's one thing I can't say. Like, one thing about it, and two things for certain. I can respect anyone who knows how to put this phone down and really touch grass in real life and do the work. That's why I'm not that's why I can't be on here all the time. Because it's not about, running up a YouTube check. I don't need to run up a YouTube check off of negativity, baby. If I make a couple dollars, I make a couple dollars. If I don't, I don't. It's you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to ever put my family situation in jeopardy, or I'm never going to put my relationship with my child or anything in jeopardy to try to come on here for some people who can turn their phone off and never talk to me again. You know what I'm saying? These people go on about their life and never give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So hey, Aretha Bun, hey, hey, hey. So, to me, I just feel like, I think all of us just are mind blown because of the hypocrisy of it all. That's it. That's it. Like, it's not even about, oh, wow, this happened, that happened. Like, okay, that's their story. It happened, whatever. They'll get through it. It's just the audacity of you all. And at the end of the day, it's one thing to come out here and defend your mom, when people are going in and talking about your brother and mocking that situation. Okay, I totally understood, like, why they would have came to the defense of their mom in some of the situations, because there were some people who were really going hard and going below the belt, true. But no, that's not what you all did. You all came on here and instigated and kept petty shit going and told just as many lies as your mama did. Just like with the whole, the Yep It's Me page. They thought that was me. And they made up a lie and said that was my page that I ran. And I had an alias page and they had an IP address. That was a lie that her mom told out of her mouth. Okay? Never cleared that up. And then now, a year or two later, you're arguing with her and you're trying to say, we're gonna find your information. We're gonna find you. Well, I thought you said it was me. You see, so that's why people cannot respect this shit, because it's been so many lies that have been told. It's been so much evil shit that has been going on. And it's kind of like everybody in this situation is adult and could have moved differently. That's just how I feel. Mm-hmm. Yep, she is fun. I do like her. Mm-hmm. Yep. And when she came out, because she didn't show her face or nothing, they just flew up and down like, oh, that's this content creator. My daughter checked her and she had an alias page. And I'm like, lady, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Bama, hey, hey, hey. And and you all sit up here and you all egg your mama on when she do shit like that. And then now when people are like, well, you all were kind of a part of it too, it's kind of like, well, no, that was a totally different situation. No, it kind of is the same situation. Even though, the shit that goes on the internet, of course, is not going to compare to anything that happens with your family, right? That goes way deeper. At the same time, it's a lot of shit that you all set up and condone and championed. You know what I'm saying? And if it was that serious, if all this was going on behind the scenes, it could have been like, look, mama, I love you, you know, love you, support you, whatever, but I'm not gonna do this shit with you every day. Okay. If my job and my career is getting put in jeopardy because my mama can't stop arguing with people on the internet, then I would have been cut that shit off a long time ago. Listen, I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna defend my brother. Cool, it is what it is. But the moment that your mom wanted to continue to engage with people and go back and forth with people and all that, then it was a lose-lose situation from there. It's not. It's not. It's only so much defending you can do. At some point, you all became part of the conversation, and you all were just as negatively engaged as anybody else. Now, of course, the oldest daughter, did apologize to Teresa. She tried to move on, and I think I've even heard that they said that she wanted to move on at some point. So I'm not saying that they didn't probably realize it and try to get away from the conversation, but I think everybody here is kind of grazing over the fact that this family went pretty hard, and it's kind of like, if you got all this shit going on, y'all went kind of hard for people who kind of lived in the glass house. Y'all threw a lot of stones. For people that live in the glass house, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, everybody go through stuff. Everybody got a story. Nobody's perfect, true enough. But for y'all to be going as hard as y'all went, I'm talking about posting people kids, talking about people families, calling people broke, all this shit, and then all this stuff continues to come to the surface. It's like at some point, you have to be like, damn, did I have to do all that? You know what I'm saying? Because I think even still to this day, I think that, with people talking about it, I think they're looking at it as, oh, well, people are, trying to, no, we're thoroughly just trying to point out, like, look, well, this whole conversation that you had about trees was pointless then, ma'am. If all of this has been going on in your household this entire time, then this conversation that you struck up and you were so passionate about when it came to Latrice and her children, it was fucking pointless if you had all this going on behind the scenes. So why were you so hell bent on trying to expose someone else when you had your own shit going on? That's what's baffling everybody. That's all we're saying. It says, I just respect the fact that Ross was exposed. I don't care who did it. Okay. It says, I'm so disgusted about how she talks to her daughters. Yeah. Like it's crazy that, I don't get it. I think that, you know, I don't know. I just don't know. And I feel like, I think that all of them were too invested. I feel like their mom definitely is a ringleader and she's definitely overly invested. And I think that she definitely, drugged them into some bullshit that she should have never just drugged them into this. But I feel like this is why people were, kind of right out along. They pretty much were saying, hey, Dede, you are 26, 27 years old. Like, ma'am, it's time to kind of like spread your wings and get the hell off of your mama, off up under her reading the comments. Like, you need to be doing something else. Like, when people said stuff like that, then it was, you're haters, you're jealous, you like, it was all these insults, but people were pretty much making valid points because it's kind of like people can kind of read what the hell is going on. Like, if I'm 27 years old and I have not finished my first degree, I haven't done none of that yet, I've still got to get my life together again, and which there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I still got shit to do. I don't got time to be sitting on YouTube with you every day, mama. I don't got time for it, boo. I don't got time for it. I don't have time to be arguing down with strangers every day for you. I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly. Glad she got exposed. Glad she was exposed how she did Trees. Karma, that's it. Okay, Betty Keisha? As I said from day one, she saw herself in Trees, but envy Trees' freedom and confidence. And that's exactly what it all boils down to. Honestly and truly, it was envy. It was envy because, the things that you said that repulsed you so much about Trees, you had exactly the same, if not a worse situation going on behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, Trees is just able to confidently be who she is and just look, this is what you see is what you get, and move on from it. And I think that's why people continue to have the conversation. Like, at the end of the day, you can't sit on here and tear somebody down like that and then not expect people to be like, well, wait a minute, what about you? What you doing? What you got going on over there? Because I'm like, but I'm just glad that out of all of this, I just feel like this is a full circle moment of vindication. It's kind of like when I started doing commentary on Keisha Kaylee, you right? And there was a moment where everything just came full circle, and then we moved on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, the pages that were attacking her got shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just like the conversation ended up just getting dead, and she was able to end up flourishing, going on with her life. Doing her real estate thing. And it was kind of like, that was a very, like, okay. And so when you're doing this commentary, gossip, drama thing, it's like when these type of situations happen, it's like for the person who you originally started off supporting and you were trying to just, speak up for them and just get people to understand the perspective that you were coming from. I think now it finally all makes sense what we were all trying to say all along. So the people like the left side, like they like to call us, I think that's all. I think that's why people are speaking on it. Like, I feel like they're trying to turn it and misconstrue it. Like, everybody's just around here rejoicing, and we got our lawn chairs and our Coronas, and we just no, it's none of that. It's quite sad. It's quite sad, but at the same time, like, nobody's sitting back like, "Hey, this is happening," because, like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody's sad story they can tell. I'm pretty sure everybody can talk about some things they've experienced in childhood and shit like that. I think that people are just like, finally, you all are kind of saying what we were all saying all along. You know what I'm saying? Like, were there people attacking Ross and talking about her son and all that? Yeah, for sure. It was happening. But was that a result of some things that she also did? Absolutely, as well. Was she the ringleader of this confusion and the negativity? Absolutely. Nobody didn't just wake up out the blue and just start with Ross. Okay? Nobody didn't just wake up and just fall out the bushes and say, hey, we just finna run over to this lady page and we just finna tear her down. No, this woman decided to build her content around tearing down a mother and her children, which is a very negative, nasty thing. Alive and Prosper says, yes, very well said. Exactly. Alabama say, even like in a bad relationship, people leave when they're tired and have a backup plan. I'm glad she got away from her. Exactly. And it's time to like kind of leave the nest and just break out because, you know, I had a baby when I was like 20, 21. So of course, you know, I had to kind of grow up a little bit fast. You know, when you have kids when you're younger, you don't have time to just sit around and waste because you got a child you have to take care of. But it's very liberating just getting out here and just being on your own and just doing your own thing and not being under the rim of someone else. That's very liberating and free. Like you said, even with a relationship. You know, I just feel like that's what I was just saying at the beginning of my life. I'm just so happy. Like now I'm finally in a space where I get to wake up every day and do what the hell I want to do. I ain't got no man that want me to cook for them. I ain't got nobody that want me to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I can literally come in my house, close my door. You know what I'm saying? Lay on my bed, watch TV. I don't have to worry about keeping up any type of expectations for another human being. So it's like you said, it's similar to being in a relationship with someone. Like when you end like a toxic relationship and you're no longer obligated to someone's expectations of you, it's just a very free, liberating experience. And now you will kind of see what people were saying when we were kind of like, what's going on? Like, it's much more to life than just sitting up under your mama and being in this drama shit every day. Like it's so much more life to live. And hopefully now she can see that and I understand the mom is sick, but she should have hushed, especially to her daughter verbally abusing her. Sucks to be her. Yeah, definitely. And then and that's another crazy thing. Like I never really kind of like looked into like what the hell was going on with Roz. I knew like she probably had something going on, but like I did not know that she was sick like that. Like I knew she was sick, but I thought that people were just kind of like, okay, they didn't like her, so they may have been exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? But like this sounds pretty serious, and it's just like at this point you should prioritize your health. Like, and I don't think that this is healthy at all. Sitting on here, going back, whatever you have went back and forth with literally every single person possible. You have went, you have made up and argued with every single person in this sector at this point. Made up, broke up. It has ran its course, boo. Okay. I think that the priority should just be health, wealth, and peace. And all money ain't good money. And if it costs me my peace, it's too expensive. That's the realest thing I ever heard. If it costs me my peace, it is too expensive, baby. Okay. Um I just don't think I would just give a damn about entertaining people on YouTube. And it sounds like you're allowing, the people in your squad to kind of further drive a wedge that was already there between you and your children because you're trying to appease them and give them content that they want. But simultaneously, it's affecting your household. And I don't give a damn what type of squad I have built up. I'm not about to let the commentary that you all want me to do affect my relationship with my children. So that's just crazy to me. Like that's some cult stuff. Okay. You know, it's like and I feel like for the people, who are a part of that squad and who was up here like, oh well Roz, go no, you don't say it, Roz, or do this Roz or do that Roz, or they all in her children's chat, go no contact, and they're like, shut the fuck up, all of y'all. Okay, all y'all in the chat trying to help them fix the pieces to the puzzle and all that, but y'all was front row and center with y'all popcorn, laughing like hyenas with y'all pitchforks, ready to damn see the fall of trees. Shut up. Okay, if you was one of them people that was front and center calling CPS, tearing this woman down, listening to Ross talk about that little girl like that, and you didn't say a damn thing over there, don't say nothing now. Sit back with your popcorn like you always did. Because a lot of this shit wouldn't even have boiled over if y'all weren't so thirsty and greedy for damn negative content every damn day. Is one thing about it. Ross gave birth to her own worst enemy. She did. I mean, her children are simple to her. If she's upset with her children, they're just giving her what she give on these YouTube streets on the daily. Getting pissed off and going off and exposing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, at this point, she can either feed into it or be the adult and put an end to the shit and fix the problems off camera and really listen to the concerns of her children and just move forward. Like I said, I'm not here to be Dr. Phil to their situation because I mean, hell, I don't know all the answers. I haven't raised no grown kids. My child is only 10. Okay. um. So yeah, it says full circle for me was no graduation. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Yeah, um, you just have to be careful how you treat people and what you do to people because it can most definitely come back on you. And I think that, if Roz doesn't see that by now, if she doesn't understand that, listen, there have been so many wake up calls for her, so many humbling experience, so many times where she has got on here and she has attacked people and she has degraded people, and then boom, some shit come out about her and her family, and then she sweep it up under the rug. Like, if this is not a full circle moment where it's kind of like, okay, he trying to show you. And I ain't trying to be like all religious and holy because we're gossiping, right? We talking about the tea. So I ain't trying to be extra, but I'm just saying, he trying to show you not. Nah. At this point, it's really nothing else even left for her to say about trees. What you gonna say about her now? What can you possibly after all this information has been exposed? What can you say about trees now? What? Because now everybody looking at you sideways. Okay? Hey, Arlene Herbert. Hey, hey, hey. You know, like, what really can you say? What can you say? Like, you cannot come on here and say, well, you really care about the children and you care about motherhood and that, you know what I'm saying? Because we can say the same thing about Treese. Treese loves the hell out of her children, regardless of what, you know, decisions that she may or may not have made. I can't even talk. Regardless of whatever decisions she may or may not have made over the years, we can't take away from the fact that she loves her children. The same we can, and that's what we can say about you. Regardless of what you all have went through, it's obvious that you love your kids and your kids love you. They gotta love you because they came out here windmilling for you, putting their whole life, on the line to defend your name. So it's evident y'all love each other. And at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So, I don't, at this point, I wouldn't see any point for you to further the attacks on Treese at this point because now it's kind of like the reality check has been slapped in your face. You can be an imperfect human being and still be blessed and highly favored. You can be someone that overcomes things. You can have, some things that you have to work on, and you can still, come out of that if you make the right decisions. And I think that, we can see that with Treese. Yes, she had a rocky start, a rocky upbringing, some trauma in her childhood that maybe have impacted decisions that she's made as an adult. But guess what? She came out of that thing swinging if she played her cards right. So with Roz, are you gonna play your cards right? Are you gonna use this as a sign to kind of pull back and really reprioritize and get your shit right? You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes before you come out here trying to attack someone. Are you going to open up and, open the floor for conversations about areas where you have some opportunity where you can grow? Are you going to use this now as an opportunity to be really transparent and create a genuine connection with your supporters that's based off of you and not hating somebody else? Are you going to use it to your advantage and kind of, because you can spin this now. You can take this and you can flip it. You know what I'm saying? Or are you just going to keep deflecting and being negative and keep letting more shit just keep getting exposed? It says, hey, now, after she done dogged Treese and her kids, Treese still didn't dog her out, but I bet she will be back talking about Treese. Exactly. And Treese came on here very humble today. She just came over here very humble with a word. Like, you just have to be careful how you put your mouth on people. You have to be careful the things that you wish on people, because I'm telling you, every single attack that you loaded up in your arsenal for this woman is backfiring on you 100%. I'm talking about this same exact thing. You were so happy to see her and Courtney going at it. Y'all was here for that. Y'all was encouraging this man to take his mama down. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about y'all was front row chilling. Y'all was ready to see the demise. You know what I'm saying? And then look, they worked it out. You know what I'm saying? They figured it out. They got their relationship right, and now it is what it is. And now look, here you are going at it with your kids on the internet, letting the internet further drive a wedge between trouble that was already brewing there anyway. It says full circle is praying to see the day Tree's kids grew up and expose her on the internet. Rosalind manifested all of this. Exactly. Exactly. I'm talking about you prayed for this woman downfall. You literally sat on your platform and you said you enjoyed tearing this lady down. We ain't forgot. Now I got a good memory and I don't forget shit. That's why folks think. That's why people think I'm sitting around here mad and bothered when I'm really not. I just don't forget shit. I don't forget shit. Okay. It says right. I have not heard Trees really dog walk them. Well, maybe a couple times, not really go like, yeah, Trees has really been moving on, living her life. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you really thought this woman was gonna be somewhere down and out, broke, couldn't pay her bills, kids taken. You really thought she was gonna be in jail, and guess what? She's still thriving. She's still living, and she's actually at peace. From what it seems like. I mean, of course, we don't know everyone's, what everybody do behind the scenes, but she seems like she's pretty peaceful to me. Because at the end of the day, all this money, all this clout, this shit don't mean nothing. It means nothing. It can be here today, gone tomorrow. The Lord will bless me in other ways. I don't have to sit on here every day and go back and forth with nobody and tear nobody down and make up lies on people and dig up people's children pictures and dig up folks' mama pictures and dig up people's personal information and put together false narratives. I don't have to do none of that. Like, it's never that serious to me. Never that serious. Okay? I'm working on another business idea right now. I'm trying to get up off the ground. Like, I will find another way to make some bread, baby. It's never that serious, you know? And I think that it's just, as the, people that are in this sector, that's all we ever want. We just want people to just have some integrity and stop being so damn hypocritical. Because we all called it. It's kind of like, how can you dog this lady out and you got issues of your own? That's pretty much what it is. Keanu Ivory says, I bet Coco over there laughing his ass off. You know he is. I'm telling you, he is. Hey, NY Leo, it's good to see you too. But yeah, it's just crazy. So this is really just a full circle moment. It's just the tables have turned, and it's crazy that they have turned in this way. It's like, I thought, I mean, I feel like Treese has been vindicated from this mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the moment where her and her son reunited and they got back together, to me, that was enough vindication for me. She was able to get back right with her son and, just keep thriving. She was able to reconnect with her children, move down there with them, be closer to them. So that was beautiful to see to me. And that at that point, I feel like she was vindicated. But this is some extra vindication, This is, a full circle moment of, it's like, just, don't be evil and malicious to people. It's one thing to do this commentary thing and disagree and, maybe have a back and forth and an exchange of opinions. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. When I did commentary on Keisha, there were people who didn't agree with me, but they never, went and dug up pictures of my mama, and they never did stupid shit. Like, they never lied and went and dug up my personal information, starts to talk. Like, they never did that. They just simply said they didn't agree. And they may have been a little bit disrespectful to their opinion, but it was never a need to just, be just straight out just, low down. Like, even when I do commentary on the mamas here and there, like, everyone has differences of opinions, but it's no need to just be straight up nasty and just start attacking people because they're just saying, hey, I just don't agree with this perspective. Hey, this is a perspective that I have. And my only perspective was, hey, you are attacking someone, you are being evil to someone, and then in turn, you're expecting some type of grace for them when it comes to your situation. You're going through a very vulnerable situation, and you're asking for grace, or you're expecting someone who you have severely wronged to not go in on you. And that's just not realistic. And that's what I said. And you know what I'm saying? Very respectful. And from there, all hell broke loose. And I'm going to still stand on my opinion. I just feel like at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Everybody does things that, they may one day have to answer for. But at the end of the day, when you are minding your business, living your life, living in your truth, making your mistakes, that's just between you and God. You're straight. And you ain't got to be perfect, but when you start projecting that and bringing that out and attacking people and lying on people and trying to tear people down because they don't agree with your bullshit, that's when you got to really step back and kind of do some self-evaluation and say, am I okay? Am I okay? You know. But that's all I had today, y'all. I've been on here for about an hour, but yeah, I just wanted to come through and say that. I just wanted to be like, girl, let me just give my 2 cents on it, okay? The tea was spilled. The teacup ran over these last couple of days. And, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't, I'm not sitting around like, oh, what's going to happen next? I hope they never talk to their mom again. Like, no, they're going to be all right. They're going to talk to their mama again. But at the end of the day, this is just a full circle slap in the face for their mama. That's it. That is the only perspective of my conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this is all the shit that we were just trying to say from the jump. Like, your mama ain't have no business coming on here dragging a lady like that, talking about her, riding her like that, knowing damn well that she got some extreme character flaws and that she need to work on as well. And Ross, prioritize your health, girl. Okay? Like, prioritize your health. It's just like, this internet shit is not worth it. You can't take this shit with you when you dead. I don't live for this internet thing. I'm not in competition to be the best arguer on the internet. I'm not here to try to figure out how to drag somebody. I'm here to do my commentary and get the hell on. Okay? Get my little 1-2, get my little opinion, kiki a little bit, and go on back to my regular life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I stay blessed. That's how I stay peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting around waiting on nobody to fail. Even people who have talked shit about me, whatever. I'm not waiting on nobody to fall and bust their ass. That's just not me. But if some things come up in the conversation that don't make sense, and if we're gonna keep it real, we're gonna keep it real. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got, you guys. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm gonna go get to my child. Like I said, her birthday is tomorrow. So we are probably gonna eat some crab legs stuff tomorrow. And then later on in the month when school is out, we're gonna do us a cruise. We're gonna have some fun. Go to the Bahamas, just have a good time. But it was nice talking to y'all. Like I said, if some more interesting conversations come up, I'll be back. I don't know. Y'all know how I do, but I did miss you all. And it was just a conversation worth having. That's it. That's all. Like I said, I hope people don't read too deep into it. Like, it's not given that I'm that invested. It's just, if it's a conversation that I don't think any of us are sitting around, you know, waiting to see daughters and mothers go at it. But I think we are sitting around waiting to see, the truth be revealed on people who came on here and basically made it their business to try to tear someone down off of shit they've been doing the whole time. So it's just an interesting conversation worthy to talk about. That's it. That's all. You know. But I will see you all later. Thank you all for joining in. And like I said, I may be back, I may not. But either way, I love you all. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. See y'all later.